YouTube link. So welcome to the 2020 open enrollment. Here on the screen are the items that we're going to cover: the medical enrollment options with Aetna, Delta Dental for dental and vision, and then you have voluntary products available through Unum and Aflac. Your open enrollment period begins today and terminates on December 16th, which means we would like to have your enrollment form, either an election form or a waiver, by end of business on December 16th. The benefits that you're reviewing today are going to begin January 1st. Aside from yourself being eligible for benefits, your legal spouse, domestic partner, and children up to the age of 26 are also eligible. Your benefits that you enroll in are locked in for 12 months. You cannot make any changes during the calendar year unless you have or experience a qualified event. Some of those items are listed here on the screen: marriage, divorce, birth of a child, adoption, loss of coverage. Please reach out to your HR team, which in this case is Lauren Drake, within 31 days from the date of the event to make any changes to your benefits. If you go beyond the 31 days, you have to wait until the next open enrollment period to make any changes to your benefits. On the screen are 2 of the 3 plans that are being offered, and I will go over those in detail. So the first plan is called an Open Access Managed Choice 1000, and it's an Aetna Open Access Managed Choice. That is the network. You can find network information in your employee benefit guide. You can find details on how to find a provider, specialist, emergency care, urgent cares, and participating pharmacies. So this plan has a $1,000 deductible as an individual, $2,000 deductible as a family. Now, on this plan, when you have to worry about deductible is with major services, such as inpatient, outpatient surgeries, hospitalization, MRIs, CAT scans, things of that nature. That's when you have to worry about your deductible. Also, if you go to the emergency room and you will be spending the night, they will probably not collect that copay of $250, but at that point, you will start to pay towards your deductible. Now, if you happen to meet your deductible during that calendar year, then you're going to be into that cost share with Aetna. At that point, Aetna will pick up 80% of all costs for those major services, and you will continue to pay 20% until you reach that out-of-pocket maximum. Now, as an individual, your out-of-pocket maximum is $4,000, and as a family, it's $8,000. If you happen to meet that out-of-pocket max on any of the plans, you will be into 100% coverage, which means no more costs or out-of-pocket expenses at point of service. Also, on this plan and all the plans being offered, your preventative care is going to be covered at 100%, which means no out-of-pocket expenses for you and all members enrolled in the Aetna plan. On this plan, if you need to go see your primary care physician for a sick visit, your walk-in clinics, or your telemedicine, it's going to be a $25 copay. Specialist, $50 copay, and you can self-refer to all specialists. You do not need a referral from your primary care physician. On this plan, your urgent care is a $75 copay, and emergency room is going to be $250. You also have pharmacy available. It's a 30-day retail supply at some copays. So your generic medications are either going to be a $3 or a $10 copay. Your preferred brand name is going to be $35. Your non-preferred brand name, $60. And your specialty medications, such as infusion therapy or injectables, you're going to pay 25% of the cost, up to $250. You also have Aetna mail order available to you. It's a 90-day retail supply or 90-day supply at 2 copays, so you save 1 copay. Any questions on this plan? Thank you. We're going to go out into the next plan. So this plan is called the Open Access Managed Choice 3000, again with Aetna. So on this plan, you have a $3,000 deductible as an individual or $6,000 as a family. Same as the other plan, on this plan you start to pay towards your deductible with your major services: inpatient, outpatient, surgeries, hospitalization, and major diagnostic testing like MRIs and CAT scans. If you happen to meet that deductible in the calendar year, there again you have some cost share with Aetna. You'll pick up 30% of the cost until you reach that maximum out-of-pocket. And on this plan, your preventative care is also covered at 100%. Now, your regular doctor sick visits, your walk-in clinics, or your telemedicine on this plan is going to be a $40 copay. Your specialist, $60, your urgent care, $75, and emergency room is $250. Pharmacy works exactly the same as the other plan. You have some copays available, and again, you have mail order available, 90-day supply for 2 copays, so a little bit of a savings there. Does anybody have any questions on these 2 plans? Okay. The last plan being offered is a high deductible health plan. Again, the Open Access Managed Choice Network under Aetna. So this is a high deductible health plan, which means all services are going to be subject to deductible. So your primary care visits, non-related to preventative, inpatient, outpatient services, all diagnostic testing, emergency room, urgent care, and pharmacy. Everything is subject to your deductible, with the exception of your preventative care services, maintenance medications, and FDA-approved contraceptives. Everything else is going to be subject to your deductible. So how this plan works is you still take your Aetna ID card, present it to your provider, whether it be a regular primary care physician, a specialist, urgent care, emergency room, or pharmacy, and you're going to pay the contracted negotiated rate with that particular provider or for that service. If you happen to meet your deductible on this plan, which is $3,000 for an individual or $6,000 for a family, you're going to be into cost share, which means at that time, Aetna will pick up 90% of your costs and you will pick up 10% until you reach that out-of-pocket maximum. Keep in mind on all of the plans, all of your co-pays and all of your out-of-pocket expense for services all go towards meeting your out-of-pocket maximum. That includes your deductible and your co-insurance and all co-pays for visits and pharmacy. They all go towards meeting your out-of-pocket maximum. Preventative care is covered at 100%. Everything else is going to be subject to your deductible, all services. Does anybody have any questions on how the plan works? Okay, we're going to move forward. So this screen speaks to the high deductible health plan and the HSA. So when you enroll in the high deductible health plan as the one that was introduced on the previous screen, sorry, I need to go forward, not backwards. 1 second. Apologize for that.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Oh, you don't.
Okay, sorry about that. I was trying to get back to this screen. So this is the high deductible health plan tied to the HSA account. So if you enroll in the high deductible health plan, that will allow you to open your health savings account or HSA, and you can put in the HSA pre-tax dollars. There is no minimum, but there are some maximum under IRS rules. So there are also a couple of qualifiers to open an HSA. So number one, you have to enroll in a high deductible health plan like the one being offered here. Number two, you cannot be enrolled in any part of Medicare. If you're enrolled in any part of Medicare today, you may still enroll in a high deductible health plan. However, you are not allowed to open a health savings account under IRS rules. Another qualifier is you cannot be enrolled in a non-HSA or high deductible health plan. So if you enroll in the high deductible health plan being offered here today, and you're enrolled also in the spouses or domestic partners non-high deductible health plan, that disqualifies you from opening an HSA account. However, if both you and your domestic partner or spouse are enrolled in the high deductible health plan, you may enroll in HSA. Also, if you're somebody else's dependent on their tax returns, that also excludes you from opening an HSA account. And then, like I said, there are no minimums, so you can contribute $10, $25 per pay period, and again, pre-tax election, the lowering your taxable income. Goes into an HSA account or health savings account that you own. And then the maximum under IRS rules for 2020 is $3,550 for an individual and $7,100 as a family. And if you are 55 plus, you can add an additional $1,000, making it $4,550 and $8,100. Again, these are pre-tax elections that you make and that go into an HSA account. The money that you elect comes out of your check pre-tax, and it's available as it's deposited into your UMB account. The bank that we partner with is UMB. In your enrollment guide on page 8 and 9 are instructions on how to open that account. And we do ask, if you're going to enroll in the high deductible health plan, that you open that account before the beginning of the year or right around the beginning of the year, so we have that information to put your pre-tax dollars into. If you're not familiar with an HSA, this is a health savings account that you utilize for all medical visits, dental and vision, all qualified medical expenses. This account is your account. You own it. The money is yours. If you leave the company and there's any money in that account, you keep that money. If you move to a different company and you enroll in a high deductible health plan, you could continue to add money into that account. Let's say in the year 2021, you do not enroll in a high deductible health plan, but you still have money in your HSA account. You can use that money to pay for doctor visits, co-pays for yourself and all dependents. Does anybody have any questions on the health savings account or the high deductible health plan? Okay, we also have available to you the flexible savings account for both medical and dependent care. So the healthcare FSA are pre-tax dollars up to $2,500 that you can set aside. And the difference between FSA and an HSA, the FSA that's on the screen, whatever amount you elect up to $2,500 is front-loaded onto the debit card. So when you receive the card in the mail, let's say you maxed it out at $2,500, you have that money available to use day one. The HSA is available as it's deducted from your paycheck and put into the UMB account. So a little bit of a difference there. Another difference between the two is the flexible spending account has a maximum carryover of $500, which means that's the amount, the maximum you can carry over into 2021. Anything in excess of $500 will be forfeit. Also, if you leave the company, the account is turned off and you no longer have access to those funds, and the account stays at the employer level. Any questions on the flexible spending account? All right, you also have access to the Dependent Care FSA, again, pre-tax dollars up to $5,000 a year that you can use to pay for dependents for children or adult daycare. The amount that you elect is also pre-tax deducted from your paycheck and made available as it's deducted. Any questions on these? Okay. Some Aetna resources available. You have the nurse on call phone number here. The Aetna nurse will have all of your medical information at their disposal. They can assist with drug interaction, side effects, etc. for prescriptions. You also have some discounts available through the Aetna portal. I do recommend once you receive your Aetna ID card that you go on to the Aetna.com portal and set up your profile and take advantage of some of those savings that are available. Aetna also has a mobile app that you can download. You'll have your ID card at your disposal. You'll be able to find pharmacies or urgent care through the app. Also, the Teladoc is available to all that are enrolled in the Aetna plans. So the copays depend on which plan you enroll in. So you have two copay plans and you have your high deductible health plan as well. So if you enroll in the high deductible health plan, your copay is $45 and you have specialists also available via telephone or Skype with Teladoc. You do have to go in and pre-register, answer some medical questions, and put in a form of payment. You can use your FSA dollars or your HSA dollars to pay for the visits as well. You'll also have availability to join the Aetna Attain Wellness Program. So this is a partnership with Aetna and Apple. So if you have a Apple Watch already and beginning in January, you can download the Attain app to your iPhone and pair the two together and start earning points. If you don't have an Apple Watch, you have the opportunity to purchase one at a discount through the app. And with the partnership with Apple, it is a 24-month contract and there are many watches available to purchase as low as $8 per month, and then it goes up from there depending on the watch that you select. The app looks something like this on your telephone. And if you have your Apple Watch, you obviously don't need to purchase, and you can start utilizing any of those wellness points that you receive to purchase gift cards that we'll see here on the next screen. But if you purchase your watch through the app, you can use those points to pay for the watch. The watch essentially will be free if you meet your monthly points. For me, it's 8,000 points a month. And so far, I have not paid anything for my phone because I've been able to meet my weekly and monthly goals. And the goals are very simple. It's steps, walking, standing. Obviously, if you're at a different fitness or wellness level, you can have workouts. If you run a lot, whatever it is going to be, it'll log all of your activities and give you points for all that. Additionally, there are daily reminders on 1-minute breathing exercises. Also, Aetna will send you information, time to get your well man, well woman check, your teeth cleaned, your eyes examined. So if you're able to complete some of those tasks, you will obtain points for that as well. So these are actual screenshots from my phone. This is what the app looks like when you download it and log into it. It walks you through on how to order your phone. It walks you through on how to start meeting your daily goals. This is a screenshot from my phone. Completed some healthy tasks on there and I obtained points. This is a screenshot also of the point accumulation and how much I have to pay. So I earned 845 points, and it states on there if I earn at least 8,000 points, then I won't have to pay anything towards my smart Apple Watch. And then any point in excess of the 8,000, I can start to use and cash those in for gift cards to Amazon, iTunes, CVS, Best Buy, Fandango, Walmart, Target. There's a whole list of gift cards that you can cash in those points. Again, if you don't want to do any of the items, it's just a good way to purchase your Apple Watch. And this is, again, just what I went over. So once you enroll, you'll be able to, go onto the Aetna.com, you get your ID, go onto the website, download the app to your iPhone. Right now it is only an iPhone, so they are looking to offer it to other phones in the near future, but as of date, it's only the iPhone. Any questions on Attain? Okay. We're going to go over the dental plans that are being offered. There are 3 plans available. All of them are PPO plans, so we'll go over those in detail. So the PPO base plan gives you $1,500 to use towards your dental services for you and every member enrolled. Your cleanings are covered twice a year along with your x-rays, and your cleanings can be at any time during the calendar year for any of the plans that we're going to review. You can schedule them as you would like. If you have also some medical conditions like coronary heart disease or pregnant, undergoing any type of chemo radiation, you get an additional cleaning at no cost. Now, your basic services is going to be a cavity or emergency services on this plan is going to be covered at 80%, and you're going to pick up 20% of the cost. If you utilize these basic services, you're going to be subject to a one-time deductible of $50 as an individual or $150 as a family. Major services such as a crown, you're going to pay 50% of all cost, and Delta will pick up the other 50. Again, keep in mind you only have $1,500 to use towards those services. Once you've exhausted those $1,500, then it's all out-of-pocket expenses. Also, this plan gives you an additional $1,000 to use towards child orthodontia, and it is a one-time lifetime benefit. The next plan, very similar to this plan. So the difference between the two plans is some of the items that were listed in major services, endodontics, periodontics, root canals, those all now move to basic services. So what that means is that you'll only pay 20% of the cost for those services versus 50% of the cost. So same as the other plan on this PPO buy-up one, your cleanings are covered twice a year. X-rays are covered twice or covered for the calendar year. Basic services, again, there are a lot more services that fall under that basic service category. Again, it's an 80-20 cost split. And if you use the basic or major services, you'll have that one-time deductible, 50 as an individual or 150 as a family. And on this plan, the orthodontia for the children goes up to $1,500. So if you notice on the screen, the in-network and out-of-network pay out or percentages are exactly the same. Delta Dental pays dentists whether they're in-network or out-of-network the same. The difference with out-of-network dentists is you may be subject to balanced billing. The last plan is the PPO buy-up 2. This plan has a $2,000 annual maximum to use towards your dental services for you and every person enrolled. Again, preventative care is covered at 100%, which is going to be your 2 cleanings and your x-rays. Now your basic services, you have a lot more that fall in that category of basic, and now that's going to be covered at 90%, and you're only going to pay 10% of those costs. Again, if you use the basic services or the major services, you'll have to pay that one-time deductible. And on this plan, your major services are now a 60-40, which means you now pay only 40% of cost. And on this plan, you have an annual maximum for yourself and all members enrolled of $2,000. And you also get an additional $2,000 for adult and child orthodontia. And again, the benefits pay the same in network or out of network. Any questions on the 3 dental plans? Okay, some resources available on the Delta Dental site. You can go in, register, download additional ID cards, review and print your explanation of benefit. And Delta also has a phone app that you can download, and again, you'll have your ID on your phone and be able to find providers within your area. The vision plan is with iMed. So iMed is the provider, and the network is called Insight. Your exams available every 12 months is a $10 copay. Your frames available every 12 months is a $120 allowance to use towards your frames, and then you get a discount of 20% off. Your standard plastic lens is going to be a $10 copay for single vision, bifocal, or trifocal. Then any lens treatments, tinting, polycarbonate, anti-reflective, anti-scratch is going to be a copay, so some savings there. And also if you wear contact lenses, you have an $80 allowance used towards your contact lenses, and then 15% off if you exceed the $80. And medically necessary contact lenses are going to be covered in full. You do have an out-of-network benefit also. How that works is you pay the cost of the services and the products, and then you submit a claim form to iMed, and they will reimburse you a dollar amount. Again, as a reminder, the network is called Insight. Any questions? Okay. So you were on the screen here for life insurance. So the company is providing all eligible employees with a $25,000 life and AD&D policy. So what that means is if you die of natural causes, you'll get the face value of $25,000. If you die due to an accident, the face value is doubled, which makes it $50,000. Everybody received a beneficiary form. That should be the second page in your enrollment packet. We would like everybody to return the beneficiary form along with the enrollment or waiver by the 16th. So make sure you return that beneficiary form. If you live in a state that is a community property state, which means subject to those laws, then your legal spouse is automatically your beneficiary. If you're not married or do not live in a community property state, you can name whomever you want as beneficiary. Aside from the $25,000 of life insurance the company is providing at no cost, you also have the opportunity to enroll in life insurance at a guarantee issue. So guarantee issue means you will not be subject to any medical underwriting. You will not have to answer any medical questions, which means if you've been previously denied or you think you may be denied because of medical condition, this is a great opportunity to purchase additional life insurance. So as an employee, you can purchase up to $200,000, 5 times annual salary up to $200,000 at a guarantee issue. For your spouse, $25,000, and for children, $10,000. You may purchase up to 5 times your annual income up to $500,000, but only $200,000 will be issued as a guarantee issue. The rest will be subject to medical underwriting. Does anybody have any questions? Now, if you enroll even in the minimum of $10,000 this time around, that will allow you to continue to increase up to the guarantee issue in years to come, again with no medical underwriting. But if you do not enroll this time and next year you want to take advantage of the life insurance, at that time you will be subject to some underwriting questions. And because we're offering this through Unum, it is at a large group rate and it's very cost effective. I invite you to look at your enrollment packet. The very last page will have your rates and they are based on your age. Okay, also we have voluntary short-term and long-term disability. So voluntary short-term disability and long-term disability, because you are new to CBR, are being offered at a guarantee issue, which means no evidence of insurability. There are some pre-existing limitations that I'll go over shortly. The voluntary short-term disability covers you off the job for accident, sickness, hospitalization. It pays 60% of your pre-disability weekly earnings up to $1,000 a week. The benefit begins to pay after the 14th day, and the benefit duration is 11 weeks, and it does cover pregnancy. The long-term disability covers 60% of your pre-disability monthly earnings. The elimination period, or when it begins to pay, is after 90 days, and this plan lasts until normal Social Security retirement age. The pre-existing limitation for both the short-term and long-term disability is what they call a 312. What that means is if you were diagnosed, took medications, or saw a physician for a condition 3 months prior to the effective date, which would be January 1, and you went out on leave or on disability in 2020 for that same condition, it will not be a compensable event. So it will be excluded from payout for 12 months. If it's unrelated, then it will pay out. Any questions on that? Okay. We also have available to you the Employee Assistance Program at no cost through Health Advocate, so 100% confidential. You have availability to 3 face-to-face or telephone calls per incident. Again, Skype appointments are available. Also, you have a health advocate available to you to help you if you have questions about your explanation of benefit or medical treatments, they're available to review that with you. You also have a travel assistance program. So this covers you if you travel 100 miles away from your home zip code within the United States or abroad, and they can help with medical emergencies, help you if you lose your passport, identification, things of that nature. It is a free service. If you travel a lot or planning on traveling, I recommend you add this to your cell phone in the event that you need any of those emergency services. Also available to you is the AFLAC voluntary program. So AFLAC is an indemnity program. So what that means is it pays you, the member or the person enrolled, it pays you for things such as cancer policy, accident, hospitalization, and there's different programs available. They're very customizable. So I encourage, if you're interested in your enrollment packet, there's information to contact Jose. You can email him or give him a call, and one of his enrollment counselors will give you a call and go over all the options that are available. Again, this is a program that pays you. It does not coordinate with Aetna. It does not coordinate with the hospitals or doctors or anybody else. It pays the member. Any questions? Okay. Also, other benefits that are available: Legal Shield and ID Shield. So Legal Shield protects you, gives you unlimited legal consultations, some standard will preparation. They help review letters and write letters on your behalf. They review legal documents. There's also 24/7 emergency assistance. And ID Shield helps with the credit monitoring, and if you should become a victim of identity theft, helps with the restoration, making those phone calls, writing those letters to creditors and the credit bureau. And then you have United Pet Care. So this is care for your pets available to you. So it depends on the type, how many pets that you have, that's what it's going to cost. In your enrollment packet is information on both of these services. You do have to enroll online, and once you enroll online, we'll get a notice and it will be payroll deducted. Again, we ask that everybody return all of the forms by December 16th, end of business day. Your life beneficiary form for the company-sponsored life insurance, that also needs to be returned by the 16th. So we have that. If you're going to be enrolling in the life and disability, the voluntary plans, please complete those as soon as possible and get those to us as well. If you're interested in the AFLAC products, please reach out as soon as possible, either to myself or Jose, and we'll put you in touch with a AFLAC counselor so they can review the costs with you and help you enroll. Like I said, it does require a AFLAC enrollment counselor because the plans are very customizable. If you're enrolling in the high deductible health plan, I recommend that you go in and open your HSA account as soon as possible, and then email Lauren and let her know that you've opened that account so we have an account to put in your HSA dollars. Any questions?
What's the enrollment packet? Was it on the link?
The enrollment packet is in the invitation you got. There are several PDFs at the bottom. They print out, they look like that.
Yes, I can bring it up if you would like so we can review it briefly.
Please.
Okay.
And just so you know, Leticia, there's 15 of us in this room. So I know you don't have a lot of people logged in individually. We're just in our conference room.
Oh,
and then
okay.
there's some other people who log in individually. So don't freak out that only 5 people are on the call. There's quite a few in the room.
Okay, no worries. Okay, so the enrollment packet, the first form looks like what's on the screen now. So this is the form that everybody needs to return to us, whether you're going to be enrolling or waiving. We do need to collect waivers from everybody as well. So if you're enrolled in another plan, spouse's plan or an individual plan or in the marketplace, please let us know that by indicating that on this enrollment form in section D. So you'll see some little boxes here. Complete this, sign it, send it over to us. You'll see the per payroll deductions or costs for the employees. And then the rest of these forms, this is going to be the beneficiary form, the Unum beneficiary form. Again, everybody that's a full-time employee is eligible for that $25,000 of life and AD&D. Please complete this and get it back to us. You don't need to worry about the policy number. Just give your information on here. It's the basic life policy, and please name your beneficiary. If you're leaving minors, please make sure you have a contingent on section 3. Otherwise, the money goes into a trust and is not available until that child is of legal age. You'll find the rest of the forms included on here. This is going to be for your flexible spending account, not to be confused with your HSA. This is the FSA. If you would like to enroll in the FSA, complete this form. Otherwise, you can discard the form. Nothing to do here. This is the voluntary life insurance form. So we're going to, if you're going to enroll for the first time, you want to say it's your initial because it's newly offered, and complete this form. Again, this also has a section on the back or second page for a beneficiary. So make sure you complete that as well. The other forms available are your long-term disability forms. Fill this out. The rates depend on your salary and your age. There's a little box here in the middle of the page that walks you through how to calculate the cost per paycheck for the long term, and the same for the short-term disability. So that, same thing here, same thing applies based on your income and your age. It has some information here on how to calculate it. If you need help with that, I'm available to assist. Also, Lauren is available and Alina is available to assist in calculating those premiums.
We have 12 paychecks, just so you all know. I know you have a draw, but we have 12 paychecks here when you're doing the calculation here.
Yes. Your Legal Shield and ID Shield, there's a little link at the top here that you can follow, and then some information on what is covered. And then the premiums are here for the Legal Shield, ID Shield are bundled. This is for the pet care through United Pet Care. Again, it depends on how many pets you're going to be covered. There are no exclusions on breeds. There are no pre-X limitations. And I have found that it provides really good benefits and discounts for your pets, and also for prescriptions. If anybody has any pets that are taking prescriptions, those can be quite expensive. So this program gives you some really good discounts for those prescriptions. And again, the cost is based on the number of pets that you will be enrolling. And this is the link to enroll. This is the AFLAC page. So if you're interested in a AFLAC counselor giving you a call, complete this page and send it over to us. You have a little bit more time with the AFLAC. We're, up till the 19th versus the 16th to get this back to us. But once you get it back to us, that'll, a counselor will call you and go over the premiums with you, because like I said, they're very customizable. And once you buy the AFLAC plan, it's locked in for that rate. It does not change. Also, these plans are 100% portable, which means you can take them with you if you should leave the company. The next
question regarding AFLAC.
Yes.
Oh, Jose, I see his phone number again, and I got his email. There it is.
Yes. Jose is available there. I saw Hector. Hector, are you on the phone?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Can you speak briefly to some of the just high level? I apologize, everybody. I just saw Hector's name as one of the attendees. He is one of our AFLAC representatives that works with Jose. So if anybody has any questions in regards to what's on the screen right now, he can definitely help with that. Or also, if you hover over his name, you'll see his email address. You can email him directly, and he can also give you a call back immediately, or set up a time to do a one-on-one with you. So either Hector or Jose, either one will work.
Yes. Did you want me to briefly go over it, Leticia?
What do you guys think? Do you guys want Hector to go over more in depth of Aflac plans, or would you like to reach out to him individually?
We'll let the folks reach out to him. I put his email up here for everybody to write down that wanted to.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hector. Just a brief overview. You'll see that in your enrollment packet. And if you keep going in your enrollment packet, you'll see the other benefits outlined. The EAP service that's available for all the employees at no cost. You have information on this, on the plan, and how to access the services. So I'm just scrolling really quickly through here, but it's got a list of all the services that are available. It's a very extensive and in-depth program that's available to everybody. And then the travel assist is available as well to all employees at no cost. So again, make note of that phone number. And then this is the voluntary life insurance. So this goes over all the limitations and exclusions, the maximums that are available via guarantee issue and overall. And then the very last page of this packet are the rates for the life insurance. Very inexpensive. I don't know if somebody wants to volunteer their age in the room.
58.
Okay, so for a 58-year-old, it's going to be $4.88 plus 20 cents more listed here on the bottom for the AD&D. So that's going to be $5. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. $4.88 plus 20 cents is $5.08 for $10,000 of life insurance, and that's per month.
Is that above and beyond employer supplies?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody has the $25,000 plan. We're paying for that.
For life insurance?
Yes.
And an ED&D?
Yeah. So this would be if you wanted to increase that level. It's probably cheaper than if you were to go get a plan, and without medical underwriting, that's fairly significant maybe for some people.
Yes.
You don't do
Yes.
it now. Next year, we have to have a medical exam, right?
You could,
Yeah.
depending on how much you buy. Usually,
So,
once you get over $100,000 in coverage, they're going to require medical.
so with a
But not always.
With a Unum plan, because it's being offered as a new coverage to everyone, it's guaranteed issue 5 times annual income up to $200,000 and $25,000 for spouse and $10,000 for children. And for the children, you pay the same rate whether you have 1 child or 10, doesn't matter. Now, if you enroll even in the minimum of $10,000 this time around, next year when we do the open enrollment and you want to increase it at that time, because you purchased it when it was being offered the first time, you can do so up to that $200,000 with no medical underwriting. Next year, if you did not enroll, even the $10,000 will require medical underwriting. So it's some medical questions, and depending on how you answer those questions is where the next level goes. So it's called evidence of insurability. So you'll answer some questions, and if it's pretty straightforward, you may get approved immediately. Otherwise, there may be additional questions, testing that are required. Definitely depends on the amount as well. So if you can take advantage even of the $10,000 this time around, that will let you continue to increase with no medical underwriting. So it's a really good benefit. For somebody that's 24, it's going to be 88 cents per month for $10,000. It's fairly affordable. And you can see the prices here. It's not that expensive. So again, you can see the rates. And then if you scroll down, it walks you through how to calculate your monthly cost. Anybody have any questions? Awesome. So if everybody can please return all of their forms, their enrollment form or waiver and their beneficiary form by end of business on December 16th, we would greatly appreciate. If you have any questions, one-offs, personal items, if you're undergoing anything right now and you need transition of care, you have a surgery planned coming up beginning of the year, reach out to me. I'll have to get you a special form for that. So Aetna could start working with the current providers in regards to that transition. Any questions?
Where do these forms go? Where do you want them all sent?
Violina. To Olina Gorodiski, please. Everyone should have my email address with the link that I sent for the onboarding forms. So if you could please just send it to my email address, all the forms, any questions, I would greatly appreciate it.
Don't give them to me and Linda.
Is there an option to fill the form out online as we see it and then just attach it in the email and send it to you?
Or do you have a fax number?
You have to scan it and email it.
I do have a fax number as well. So if you would like to fax them to me or just email them via the responsive email, that would work too. And would you like me to send you my fax number or provide it to you?
Yeah, go ahead and give it to us right now.
Okay, just one moment, please. I haven't used it for a while. Okay, it's 888-294-8763. And you can put attention and my name, Olena, O-L-E-N-A. And they will be processed. And if your phone takes a good picture and you want to take a picture of your form and send it to me via email as an image, that would work as well, as long as I can see everything on the form, making sure that we enter your personal information and your dependents information correctly. That would work as well.
Olena, can we fill these forms out online on the attachment you gave us?
The attachment in the enrollment packet is not fillable, but you can add text in PDF. If you absolutely, you can complete it in PDF. Just go to Edit in Tools and click Add Text and complete it online. That would be perfect. That's how I complete all my forms these days.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Olena?
Yes.
I hate to ask this question in front of everybody, but I've been emailing you. My name is Cheryl Kubik, and on that original questionnaire that we were required to fill out, I cannot get past that I-9 eligibility part. I've had 2 employees in our office look at it. Am I done?
Yeah, you are.
So it's the last of it? Okay.
I believe you are, but if you want to email me and just ask me if you're done, I can definitely confirm that for you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Sometimes,
Everybody,
I apologize.
that's okay, Olena. This is Brian. I sent, we fished out everybody's I-9 documents and sent it there. So everybody that was existing employee, she has everything.
Yep.
So you didn't have to submit it all new, but that's what she was saying at the beginning, because that's how employees all figure. She can't bypass that process. But to my knowledge, everybody's been submitted that was an existing employee. You don't need to go find all those documents and fill out the form.
Yes, so even if you enter anything there where it's asking you for the IDs, even if you enter any information just to bypass that page, that would work. But the employee page of the I-9 where it asks for your personal information, it's actually used to, pre-populate the other forms, and unfortunately we can't turn it off. So that's why I think you could be having issues, or the system could make you believe that you're having issues, although you're all completed, because it gives you a pop-up to upload your voided check and IDs for the I-9 form. And if your pop-up is disabled, then sometimes it gives you almost like an error, although it's not affecting your forms. Your forms still look good and completed in the system, but because you're getting that pop-up, sometimes it leads you to believe that they're not completed. And I can always check and make sure everything looks good and assist you in any way I can.
I'm going to assume that on December 17th, if we have anybody who's not completed, that's when we'll panic and reach out to people who need specific things, right?
Absolutely, and I will be actually I will be following up with everyone here in a couple days, just sending a friendly reminder if I didn't get anybody's forms, just to kind of, you know, give you a heads up that the deadline is approaching, and definitely I will be following up on Friday, just reminding that the deadline is on Monday. And yeah, we hopefully everybody who has questions will have a chance to ask them by the end of the business day on Friday, so we can have all forms on Monday. And we ask for the forms to be back so we can submit all the information to the carriers and make sure that everybody's coverage is active on January 1st. So the earlier we have the forms, the better, the sooner they get to the carriers. Any other questions?
Yes, I completed the forms online, fire forms, and now I can't go back in to confirm that you guys, it's all completed, everything's done.
Hi, Alina. This is Linda. As far when you and I, there was only 4 of them that had not completed, and the gal that was just speaking was not one of them. So I'm assuming at that point you were just waiting for those other 4, which those will probably be completed today and tomorrow after the webinar. Is that correct?
Yes, and what I will do, Linda, I will go to all of the forms and make sure that I send you the list of everyone who doesn't show as completed. And then, you know, when there are any inquiries, but please feel free to email me and just ask me if you are in doubt. But I will be sending an email to everybody whose forms are not completed to remind to complete them after our second webinar tomorrow. So if you are not getting an email to complete your employee forms from me this week, it means that your forms look good.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Any other questions?
Hey, Brian. This is Julie from Hillsboro.
Hey, Julie.
So I was wondering, are the packets, I understand that we're not going to be a part of this right now, but are we going to get those packets so we can like opt out if need be?
No, you are definitely part of this. You have to be.
Okay.
So, Alina, the census I sent you for Fidelity.
Yes. It was.
Did they get all of the information?
Yeah,
okay.
I included all of the emails. Julie, you didn't get the email with the webinar attachment?
So I got that. I was just wondering about the insurance because I didn't see it in my email.
So you're going to waive, right, Julie?
Yeah, but I was just asking Karin, and she was like, I don't think we've gotten anything.
So the email.
Yeah, Karin and Rick don't, but all the rest of you all we're on the list. You should all get it.
Oh, okay. So it's that link that's in the webinar email.
So the link was for the GoToMeeting, but it also had attachments with enrollment forms.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Julie.
Any other questions?
Toby, you okay too?
Yes, good morning. I'm okay. I'm good.
Okay, good. Hey, by the way, since Julie and Toby are both on the call, everybody say hi to them.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
All right. Thank you, everybody, so much for your time today. The YouTube link will be sent out later today.
Great.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.